Good morning, students. Today we'll start a new chapter, that is chapter 4. Its name is chemical bonding, and this is one of the chapter which is very much important for class 11. And in entrance exam also you get maximum questions from this chapter. So chemical bonding means here we'll study about the types of chemical bond. As you know, uh, there are some bonds which are called covalent bond, some bonds are called ionic bond. So here you will get one new type of bond, that is said to be the coordinate or dative bond. So that type of bonding you have to study here. And you know, covalent bonds, they are formed by the sharing of electrons. By equal sharing of electrons they produce the covalent bonding. But in this chapter you will get some new concept of covalent bonding, how a covalent bond is formed. You will get new concept. In class 9-10 you have done the sharing of electron. Actually, although sharing of electron takes place, as you know, electrons are present in orbital. So when electrons take part in sharing, the orbital also involved in sharing. So that concept you will get in chemical bonding chapter. So the concept whatever you will get in chemical bonding chapter, totally these are new concept, and this is based on the orbital concept. So first time we will do about types of chemical bond. Number one, ionic bond. Already you have got what type of bonds are called ionic bond. Normally ionic bonds are produced in between metal and non-metal, and ionic bonds are produced by transferring of electron. Someone will release electron and someone will gain electron, and they will produce some cation anion, and due to electrostatic force of attraction between cation and anion they will form a bond, and that bond is called ionic bonding. Since metal release electron, non-metal always gain electron. That is why when a bond is produced between metal and non-metal, they always prefer ionic bonding. So if you want to write the definition, this type of bond is formed by transferring of electrons between two atoms of different element. Between same element you never get ionic bond. Ionic bond always produced between different element, because one should release electron, one should gain electron. That's why the atom must be different from one another. So transferring of electrons between two atoms of different element. One of the element release electron to form cation, and other element gain electron to form anion. Due to electrostatic force of attraction between cation and anion, they form a bond called ionic bond. Actually between cation and anion, I mean between positive ion and negative ion, always have a force of attraction, and that force of attraction is called electrostatic force of attraction. So when some atom produce cation, when some atom produce anion, due to electrostatic force of attraction, they will combine with each other and they produce a bond. That type of bond is called ionic bonding. For example, if you take one example, the bond between sodium and chlorine, this bond is one example of ionic bond. As you know, sodium is metal, chlorine is non-metal. Between metal and non-metal, always ionic bond is present. And how this bond will produce? Sodium, as you know, its atomic number is 11, its configuration is 281. I mean, in the valence shell it contains 1 electron. That 1 electron you have to represent by dot. Similarly, chlorine, its configuration is 287, so it contains 7 electrons in its valence shell. You have to represent, I'll write Cl here, this is Cl, 287, so it contains 7 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these are 7 electrons in their valence shell. So since sodium contains 1 electron, it is unstable, it will release 1 electron, and since it contains 7 electron, it is also unstable, it will gain 1 electron. So sodium will release 1 electron and it will gain by chlorine. So after releasing, sodium become positively charged, it become Na plus, its configuration becomes 2,8 now, stable, and chlorine becomes negatively charged and configuration becomes 2,8,8, it also becomes stable, and due to the electrostatic force of attraction, I have written in short form, electrostatic force of attraction, this cation will combine with anion and they produce a bond. That type of bond is called ionic bond. So the bonds are produced due to the force of attraction between cation and anion, and in this process you have to represent the formation of ionic bonding. Another example, if you want to take, let us consider magnesium chloride, MgCl2. As you know, magnesium valence is 2, that's why magnesium combines with 2 chlorine. So if you want to represent magnesium chloride, you have to represent like this. Magnesium, its electronic configuration is 282 because its atomic number is 12. So valence shell contains 2 electrons like this, and with magnesium there are 2 chlorine. So both the chlorine you have to write separately like this, 2 chlorine present here. Chlorine configuration is 287, so both the chlorine contains 7 electrons. These are the 7 electrons of chlorine. Similarly, these are 7 electrons of chlorine. So due to presence of 7 electron and due to presence of 2 electron in magnesium, magnesium will release 2 electron, 1 electron gained by this chlorine, another electron gained by this chlorine. Okay. After that, since magnesium release 2 electron, so magnesium will be 2 plus, this Cl will be single minus because it gained 1 electron, this Cl will be Cl minus. You can write like this also, twice Cl minus, but don't write Cl2 minus because it gained 1 electron, that's why it should be single minus. So due to the force of attraction between this cation and anions, they will form bond. So one bond will form with this chlorine, another bond will form with this chlorine. Like this, the ionic bonds are produced in magnesium chloride. So this is the way to represent the formation of ionic bonding. If some other molecules are given like this, sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, then also you have to draw in this process. Already you have got in class 9-10. So this is about the formation of ionic bonding. Thank you.